All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well, where we learn this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect, who continue to preach this word and our truth, faith, and sincerity, man. And today, man, the spirit is just rolling, man. Two people died today, man. One the Dukes of Edom and DMX, man. But it's all the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah working. Bible can show you to start off with Isaiah 5 and 20. You know? Because again, it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah working, but you guys just think it's just a regular old person dying, man. These people are mourning over Prince Harry. People are mourning over DMX, not knowing that's the judgment of the Lord that happened, man. You got it?
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Yes, y'all think it's evil because this guy, one of the Dukes of Edom, died, man. But it's a good thing because why, he already born in slavery, man. You got it?
It says that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And again, man, you think it's a bitter thing that DMX got put to death, man. But guess what? DMX now is in his right mind. And again, it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah that's working upon the planet Earth, man. Because again, what is this world missing? This world is missing the fear of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. You don't fear Yahweh Shemel Shah now, you're going to fear him later when all hell breaks loose, man. But then it's going to be too late.
I got this. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof.
And again, the just Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's in the midst of everybody, man. The Lord, he is working every day, man. But it's up for you to see if the Lord is working, man. You have to see Yahweh Shemel Shah working. You got it?
He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light.
And yes, how you woke up this morning, you see a 99-year-old devil, because you look into this guy's eyes, you can see that he's a wicked individual, man. When you woke up this morning, you see this 99-year-old devil who's been doing bloodshed throughout the planet Earth for his reign for 99 years. Guess what? You see him get put to death, you should rejoice, man. Because that's Yahweh Shemel Shah eliminating the wicked, man. Showing that the wicked is not going to achieve their enterprises, man. Because that's one of the Esau key star players, man. If you're a Duke in Esau society, you're a star player, man. You got it?
Because it says, he felleth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
It says, but the unjust knoweth no shame. You guys don't know Yahweh Shemel Shah. Now, like I said on Friday, that's why you said about Baby D. You don't know Baby D. That's why you said about Yahweh Shemel Shah. You don't know Yahweh Shemel Shah. But you're finna get ready to know him very soon. On purpose, you got it? I think that's all I want. As I know him, you got it.
Oh yeah, God, this is Sirach 36. I started at 1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee.
And how the Lord is going to send the fear, man, sent by his ways of judgment, through the beasts in the field, the spirits that create vengeance, and even these, a tornado or earthquake, man. That's how Yahweh Shemel Shah showed his fear upon you, man. You got it?
It said, lift up thy hand against the strange nations.
Yep, and that these strange nations come in the form of Esau, Elam, Ishmael, and even these 2/3, man. Because they're strangers to Yahweh Shemel Shah. They don't know Yahweh Shemel Shah. That's why they get put to death. Yeah.
It said, and let them see thy power. As thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
And the Lord, he is going to be magnified among them before us, man. Because why? They're putting judgment on you, man. Once we get chased by a lion down the street and we see it, we're going to say, Yahweh Shemel Shah did that, man.
That's right.
You know? You got it.
It says, and let them know thee as we have known thee.
And how have we known Yahweh Shemel Shah? Through judgment, man. You know? Through us going through Deuteronomy 20, us going on slave ships. You know, us being under the curses. That's how we got to know Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. You got it.
This is Psalm chapter 9 and verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executes.
So this how the Lord get his brownie points, man. This how the Lord get his fame and his name through judgment, man. Not through hugs and kisses, man. You got it?
The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands.
Yeah, in Esau, he is going to be snared in the work. Even these 2/3 are going to be snared in the works of their own hands, man. Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's going to get ready to take a mass number of people out throughout the planet Earth, man. Bible Shah hold on 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Because again, that's what's going to get ready to happen. Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's going to get ready to push mass judgment upon the earth. You read that again, huh?
Because it says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgins Selah.
Higgion say lie, man. So guess what? Esau, you're going to get trapped up in the own things that you snared, man. But again, it's going to be the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai pushing forth judgment, man. Throughout the whole planet Earth, man. Because again, a lot of people is going to get ready to be taken, man. You go to the word masses, you go to the word masses, it goes back until the word devil, man. It's going to be a mass death throughout the planet Earth. Why? Because you people don't know the Lord.
You got this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the word.
Yeah, it says, many great miseries, man. You go to the word miseries, terrible things, man. Terrible and evil things going to get ready to happen upon the planet Earth, man. And you guys are docile to it, man. You guys are in that peaceful spirit, man. You guys are in the house of mourning when the house is burning, man. You got it?
Because they have walked in great pride.
And you guys are walking in great pride. You guys did never thought that Yahweh Shema Shai was coming to visit you, man. That's why you in there, ain't nothing can possibly go wrong spirit, man. But one day, everything is going to go wrong. When the money crash, man, everything is going to go wrong when you don't have no food in the house, man.
And you know, to say something too. It's an actual literal pride walk. You know, they actually walk in pride. They actually have a literal pride walk. So you don't think this is the reserved time the Lord going to display his judgments, man? You know? But I got some too real quick. 2nd Ezra 5:1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come.
And the days shall come. That's about the days right now. This is prophecy right here, man. The days shall come. Some of these days that we're living in right now. Yeah.
That they which dwell upon earth
They that dwell upon earth, they that dwell in the world too, now. You got it?
shall be taken in a great number.
Shall be taken in a great number. And again, guys like DMS and Harry, guess what? Last week, down here in Birmingham, 5 people got shot, man, in the shootout, man. And again, things are going to get more crazier and crazier as time goes on, man. Because this is the time when Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be glorified, man. And how he's going to be glorified through his judgments, man. You know? Go back to that 2nd Ezra. Because again, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to start pushing forth these beasts of the fields. He's going to start pushing forth this famine. He's going to start pushing forth these different class wars, these race wars, the sedition among men. That's a part of biblical prophecy coming upon the planet Earth. You got it? Yes, sir.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the word. Because they have walked in great pride.
They have walked in great pride. Like I just said, it's a walk, man. Like Spirit, we just seen that guy with the wheelchair, you know? And he was proud, man. How you in the wheelchair but you still proud, man? And again, it's a walk of life. It's your mentality, man. You got it?
But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
Yeah, seek out the glory of such as be like thee, man. Basically, the like-minded men who want salvation, man. You know, you got it.
For unto you is paradise open.
Yes, for us the paradise open, man. Because again, I can tell you in Psalm 91, man, evil shall be around you, but it shall not come nigh near thee, man. Because again, man, the Lord, he's going to preserve us through these perils and tribulations that's going to come upon the planet Earth. Got it?
The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared.
It's it, and the tree of life is planted, man. Because we're eating up the tree of life right now through the way of these scriptures, man. This is the way that you're going to get salvation, man. You know? And this is the thing that you should be eating off of, man. You should be eating off the spoils of Esau, man. You know?
Plenteousness is made ready. A city is built.
Yeah, that's the kingdom, man. Because that's what we're seeking. We're seeking the kingdom of heaven, man. We're not seeking the kingdom of Esau. Because why? This kingdom is temporal. You got it?
And rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom.
That's it, because you really can't rest in this place, man. You really can't be comfortable in the ways of America. Ask DMX then. Even ask Bill Cosby, man.
Right.
10 years ago, those guys was all good. And even even 5 years ago, those guys who never thought they were going to be in that position. They thought they was resting, man. But the Lord reminded you that in America that you're nothing but a nigger, man. That's what you're going to be, man. You're going to be nothing but a nigger in America, man. And that's why we got to get out of here, man. Because it's a stigma of being a Jake here, man. If you're a Jake in America, of course you're going to have a stigma upon you, man. So it ain't going to be no way you're going to be able to rest here, man. The only way we're going to be able to rest is when Yahweh shall come and deliver us from this wicked and evil man, which comes in the form of Esau Edom, man. You know? That's it.
This Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, we'll start at verse 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
Yeah.
And that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice.
It's bad because it's the Spirit of the Lord going throughout the whole world. That's why these scriptures, man. The words of Yahweh Shema Shah have been preached throughout the whole world. And what then shall the end come, man? This is the end, you know? Because the voice of Yahweh Shema Shah have already declared the end from the beginning. Yeah.
Therefore, he that speak of unrighteous things
That's Esau. He speak unrighteous things. You got it.
cannot be hid.
He can't be hid. You cannot hide yourself any longer, Esau, man. You have been identified as the wicked, man. You have been identified as the antagonist of the movie, man. And the antagonist always loses. You got it.
Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass up by him.
So when the Lord comes with vengeance, when the Lord comes as a mighty warrior, the Lord, he's not going to pass by. You ain't like he's just going to step by Esau and say, you can go past. No, man. Lord, he's going to have his scopes upon you, man. And that's why this guy is struggling, man. That's why this guy, he's panicking in his time because he knows that he only have a short time before you have a shot coming, man. You got it?
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
It says inquisition, man. That's an intense investigation, man.
Right.
We're basically spiritual detectives calling the wicked out for their wicked deeds, man. You got it?
And the sound of his words shall come up unto the Lord.
Yes, and that's the judge, man, because that's going to be the ultimate judge. We're telling the judge, look what this wicked devil is doing, man. And it's going to be in due time that judge Yahweh Shema Shah is going to come down and judge you, man. By the way, through his son Yahweh Shah, that's going to be the being, the entity that's going to make war with that beast, man. That's going to be the entity who's going to free us from the hand of this damn devil, man. Because we really can't fight against this devil straight up, especially in this flesh, man. You know, through any carnal means. You got something?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, you got it.
It says, for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
For the manifestation of his wicked deeds. And again, we're calling you out upon all the BS that you have done upon the planet Earth. And you got away with it, man. You got away with it. You got away with slavery, Malcolm X, and all that BS. This time you're not going to get away with it, man. The wicked should not escape unpunished, man. The Lord, he's not going to let you slide by, pass by, or let you pass on 3 or 4 more generations. No, man. The Lord, he's going to come and judge you now. This is the time of the judgment of Edom, man. And we can see it playing before our eyes, man. That's why the Lord said, many righteous men have desired to see that day, man. This beautiful days that we're coming in, man. To see the downfall of this damn wicked devil, man. You got
I got something.
you got it.
This is Sirach chapter 16 and verse 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people,
If there be one stiff neck among the people, and that's Esau, man. He's a stiff-necked, proud nigga, man. You got it?
it is a marvel if he escape the
It's
unpunished.
wild, and the Lord don't kill that nigga, man. You know? Because if you don't, you're going to ask why the Lord didn't kill that nigga, man. This is the time of the Lord. He's going to put judgment upon this devil, man. Because he did escape back in the 1800s. He did escape back in the 1900s, but this is the time that was ordained from the beginning that this devil would get his judgment, man. Because everybody don't get, people don't get away scot-free, man. Esau, he's not going to get away scot-free. He's not going to get away, what's called walk down the yellow brick road for lack of better words, man. That's not going to happen unto him. He's going to have to get caught up for the action that he have done upon the planet Earth, man.
Like say something too. Going back, this nigga ain't got away with it. Because the Lord, he commanded, don't even touch Cain. Because he was going to get Cain, man. And this devil, he got to live up to the fulfillment of Obadiah 18 verse. He got to do shit for that to come upon him, man. So like you said, the Lord allowed this man to get away with slavery, murdering and pillaging the planet Earth. He got to live up to Obadiah 18 verse. To the iniquity of the Edomites are accomplished.
And that's bad, though. That's bad, because like I say, he had to earn his reward, man. It was, like I say, it was a failure. It took decades and generations of wickedness for you to get your judgment, man. But guess how great that judgment gonna be, man.
Hey, that reminds me of, I made a movie, Players Club. The dude in the wheelchair said, "Nah, I'm gonna get him myself."
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Nah, y'all don't let me. I'm gonna get him myself." That's what the Lord gonna do. That's gonna be, man. Esau, you got a heavy judgment, man. I mean, a heavy judgment. But it's more than this. Back in Ecclesiastes chapter 16, verse 11. And if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is marvel if he escape unpunished. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure.
And that's it, because Yahweh Shema Shah, he worked with two sides, man. forgive us, and he's going to have displeasure upon the nation of Egypt. That's how it's supposed to go, man. That's how it's supposed to be, man. You know?
I got some real quick. And also it said he's gonna pour out this pleasure. So this judgment that's about to come on the planet Earth is about to be overwhelming. That's why it says, and the people knew not until the flood came. That flood was an overwhelming judgment. You know. So this is Sirach 35. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It said the prayer of the humble pierces the cloud.
That's it, man, because we praying to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, and the Lord, he hear our prayers. He don't hear the prayers of Esau, man. You got it.
Yep, matter of fact. Yeah, I got something for that real quick, just going back to that. This is Sirach 34 and 24. It said, when one prayer and another curses,
That's right. When one prayer and another curses, man. Because if you really look at it, Esau, he is cursing us on the left hand side, man. The accuser of our brother, man. This devil, he constantly throws spells by the way of the music, by the way of the food he give you. He's constantly trying to throw spells and enchantments upon the nation of Israel, man. But guess what? That's when the Lord said he's going to bless those who bless thee and curse those who curse us, man. Read that again.
it said, when one prayer and another cursing, whose voice will the Lord hear?
Whose voice will the Lord hear? He will hear the voice of the Israelites, man. He will not hear the voice of the Edomites, man. Because you're not his people, man. You know?
All right, so back to Sirach 35 and 17, it said the prayer of the humble pierces the clouds. It says, until it come nigh,
Yeah, until it happens, until our prayers be answered, you got it?
he will not be comforted. It will not depart to the Most High, shall behold to judge righteously.
Yeah, it says we will not be comforted, man. So we're not going to be satisfied until this devil get out of power, man. You know, we're not going to be able to rest or basically take a breath until this devil get out of power, man. You got it?
It said, and execute judgment, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards them, till he has smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful.
In this battle, Lord, see, he's not going to be slack. So, Lord, he's not going to take it easy on Esau. Just going back and you say, you pour that displeasure, man. And that's a violent act. Like when you pour out some water, it's gushing and all that. You know? The Lord, he's not going to be slack coming to the judgment of Esau. Because you didn't be slack coming to us. Papa Bashar, you can hold me on James 2, when that is around 4. You know what I'm saying? Have mercy and that ye have not had mercy. 2 and 13. Because it's the spirit, man. This devil, he wasn't slacking to us. He wasn't slack when he threw your baby out there, the gator bait, and when he hung you on the tree. And there was many forms of hanging, man. It was so the Lord can be so wrong, so you just be on your tippy toes. So basically you're torturing yourself, man. How wicked can you be, man?
This is you ready? This is James chapter 2 and verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy.
The Lord gonna have judgment without mercy, man. And rightfully so, man. So because how you gonna get past that first date, man? You know, you're gonna have your nails gonna be cut off, you might be missing an eye, your ear might be bent off a little bit, you might have a hole in the back of your head. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna have mercy upon you, man. You got
God, it says, for he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy.
and this devil didn't even show the mercy unto you to this day, man. Perfect example, like eating Funkies and Fritos and Doritos, man. Because this devil, he's trying to kill you on all levels, man. And it's really through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that we're not dead yet, man. Because all the chemicals that we're breathing in and all the foul things that this devil and unsavory things that this devil push out through the internet and through the TV, it's a marvel that we're not dead yet. It's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua who's preserving us, man. Through all the things that's going on, man. You know? Somebody got something?
I was a little bit more.
Okay, you got it.
It says, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
It says that mercy rejoices against judgment because soon, right now, the Lord having mercy upon us by giving us this truth, man. But again, we're going to be rejoicing when we see this judgment of this damn devil Esau, man. What the scripture say on Sirach 25 and 7 says, one that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, we're going to rejoice to see the downfall of this devil, man. You know?
That's where the mercy come in at. When the judgment comes forth. Until we behold righteousness. I mean, we look for judgment, you know, but behold obscurity.
That's it.
You know?
That's bad, because we can't wait to see this devil get judged,
Yeah,
man.
that's it.
And that's because, again, this guy, he's been beating you up for centuries. But guess what, man? Now he's going to get his ass beat.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy.
This is 9 things I judge in my heart to be happy. You got it.
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
He that lived to see the fall of his enemies. That's part of the things that make you happy, man. Imagine the big bully that been taking your lunch money on the block for since you in the 3rd grade. Imagine he get his ass get put to death, man. You're gonna be happy, man. Because now you can really eat, man. Now you can use your lunch money when it was used to be doing, man. You know, your lunch money wasn't used to give it to this nigga, man. That lunch money was used for me, man. You know, so when this guy get put to death, man, I can do what I want to do. No, I'm not like being righteous. You know what I'm saying? You know. You got it.
This First Thessalonians, excuse me, 2 Thessalonians, chapter 1 and verse 6. See, it is a righteous thing with the Most High.
It's a righteous thing, man. And the Lord, He's not unrighteous, man. It's a righteous thing when you have our shot. You got it?
To recompense tribulation.
To recompense, what recompense mean? Payback, man. Like James Brown said, it's the big payback, man. You know, all the things you have done to us, man, you have to pay back for that, man. It's a big tab of iniquity that these devils have built up, man. And who's going to pay for it, man? You and your forefathers, man. Why? Because you are your forefathers. You got it?
To them that trouble you.
Yeah, it's a good thing to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble us. Now, who troubled us, man? The so-called white man. And how did he trouble you, man? Look at slavery, man. Look at even the natives, man. Look what Christopher Columbus did, man. Pouring a big thing of caramel and throwing our brothers in there, man. Just imagine that, man.
Just recent. Look at this shit that's in the
Oh,
bar.
come.
Should do a walking talk out there.
Hey, that's the spirit, though. That's the spirit, though, man.
All this shit, that's recent, man.
That's recent.
You see motherfuckers with Kangos and shit. We sit there, the Martin Day outfits hanging you and shit, man.
That's it, man. And it, like I said, it ain't far-fetched, man. It ain't not far. It wasn't like it's a far time ago. Like it was, back in King David. They know, man. Your granddaddy went through this shit, man. You know? You got it.
I got, this is Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And you're going to perpetual and be everlasting, man. This guy, he have an everlasting hatred. You know how much this guy hates you? He didn't even want to drink in the same water fountain as you, man. And again, like I just said, you go around this little park, you can see it's evidence, man. It's evidence against you for the iniquity that you have done to the children of Israel, man. Read that again from the top.
It said, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time their iniquity had an end.
And again, because these devils, they go harder and harder as the days go on, man. It's not like these devils let up. Even in the time of slavery, the emancipation, the proclamation, which basically means a transfer of the slaves, they even got hard on you, man. Because back then it was a physical slavery, but now it's more of a mental slavery, man. Which that's a bigger chain upon you, man. If somebody got your mind, then they got you. You know what I'm saying? If I control how the way you think, then, you know, I control you, man.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah. If I control the way you think,
I control you, man. That's why these devils, they got these guys look Nas X out here. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B and stuff. They control how the way you think, man, through the different media and the enchantments, and they push you out the planet Earth, man.
Government.
God.
That's why you got all legislation. That's why it's instinct now to stop at a red light. Because that's the government.
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? That's part of the line. That's the mind control. You know?
back in Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 6, it says, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
And it's bad. The Lord said he will prepare thee unto blood, which means when? It was already perfect. So the judgment, you know what I'm saying? The judgment of Revelations 13 and 9 and 10, that was perfect in the beginning, man. Blood shall pursue thee. So the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai is chasing after you, devils, man. You got it?
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue you, because you love the bloodshed of the black Latinos and Native Americans. You love it so much you even drink it, man. That's how crazy that you guys don't really know how deep the rabbit hole goes with the wickedness of Esau. The Lord called this nigga wicked. What that mean? That means that the Lord was out. No, the Lord was spot on with that, man. You got it?
Come back to Rock 35 and 18. not be slack, neither will abundantly be patient towards them, till he has smitten asunder the loins of the unmerciful,
Yeah, until he destroy you and put judgment upon you. You got it?
and repay vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud.
Yeah. And again, it said to pay back, man, to repay, man. So you're going to have to pay back for all the proud and treacherous acts that you have done upon the planet earth, man. Again, you're not going to get away with it. You got it?
It said, and broken the scepters of the unrighteous, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds.
Oh, yeah, render every man according to his deed. Listen, I seen the man sow iniquity and apply mischief,
Yep.
and he shall reap the same, man.
Yep.
You have reaped bloodshed and murder and slavery upon the planet earth, and you're going to have to reap the same thing. You got it?
It says, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people.
Until you have judged the cause of his people, which means what? The Lord, he's defending Jerusalem, man. He's defending the elect of his people, man. You got it?
It said, and made them to rejoice in his mercy.
It says, made them to rejoice in his mercy, man. So we're going to rejoice when the Lord have mercy upon us. You got it?
Where you at?
And what it is.
Yeah, read it one more time. Read it one more time.
Yeah, this is, I started at 19 again, Sirach 35:19. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Hey, and then going back, and what that mercy gonna come by the way of us getting this truth. But that message entails of this man getting his judgment, man. That soon payback is coming, man. You know, that's that mercy right there. It's this truth, but what comes of this truth is the report.
That's it.
That
That's the
we
bad.
finna get out of this place. And the same nigga that bounded you, we gonna bound him now. The same nigga that beat our ass, we gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, that was,
Yep.
Yahweh Shai said, I give you good gospel. That's good news, man.
Yeah,
That's the good news, Lord. The guy that have been beating your ass, it's good news to know that you're going to be his ass now, man. You know?
Matter of fact, one more. It says, mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction.
Man, it says mercy is season in the time of affliction, man. If you living good and you don't need no mercy, man. You know? Yeah.
It said, as the clouds of rain in the time of drought.
As clouds of rain in the time of drought, man. That go back. That remind me of Lazarus and the rich man. You know what I'm saying? He said, can you just give me a piece of water so I can put on my tongue?
Hey, that's that Ezekiel 37. Because that was the mercy of the Lord right there when we rose back from the dead. It was the same nigga that put us to death, Esau Edom.
Yeah.
But the Lord brought us to life by the way of the dew from heaven. Doctrine from above. Yeah, that's it. But that's the mercy. You know, but that also entails this man getting judged, Esau Edom, a so-called white man. You know.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
The bad says, he that doeth wrong shall receive more than we have done. So I mean, what? You're not going to get away with it, man. If you did something wicked, you think the Lord not going to pay you back for it? Again, nobody is escaping unpunished, man. Read that again.
Done. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
Yeah.
And there is no respect of person.
Yeah, so it's not like the Lord going to have respect upon the Edomite, man. You can't have respect, especially upon the Edomite, man. Because again, this devil, he's never going to learn. You know? That's a show favor to the wicked, yet shall he not learn righteousness, man. So Lord, he's not going to have mercy, or he's not going to have respect upon you, man. Especially for all the wicked and treacherous acts that you have pushed out throughout the planet Earth, man. You know? If I would shout at somebody, give you Job 4, like, hey, you got it, got something?
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 22. One of the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Yeah, and that's Esau, man. He was the vessel of wrath that was fitted unto destruction, man. And that's the same thing with America. America is the vessel that was sent for Yahweh Shemashai to destroy, man. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah was set up for the Lord to destroy, America was set up for the Lord to destroy, man. Because the same thing that's going on here today in America was the same thing that was going on back then in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You know, you have little 8-year-olds dressing up as a damn woman. How bad can this place get, man?
Hey, that's why this we in the peak. End up holding all the customs of these former kingdoms, man. And within that, just going back to Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Nineveh, Babylon, they all came with a judgment as well. That's why this place, Babylon the Great is going to suffer the greatest judgment. Because it's going to be all put into one.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean?
It's exciting to go. That was an example.
That was an example.
So imagine when the real thing goes on, man.
We got it.
Con, this
You got it. Oh, okay, Con.
Con, this is the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness.
That's Esau. He plowed iniquity, he sowed wickedness. And how he did that, that's how he got his come up, man. We're saying Sirach 10 through unrighteous decrees. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got up, man. You know, through bloodshed and murder. And that's the same way that you're going to go down. The same station that you had got to go up, they're going to be the same station you're going to hit going down, man. Look at Joe Biden. This devil, he fell going up the stairs, man. So look how far he going to go. so look how hard he going to fall when he go down the stairs, man. You got it, look.
Reap the same.
Yeah, you're going to reap the same, man. You know? Is it on it? Psalm 129. Sorry. Yeah,
God, this is Psalm 129 and 1. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth.
Yes, many a time they afflict us from our youth, man. Even, you know, if you go back into back in the day, in the time of the Babylonian, remember, O Lord, the children of Eden. Yeah. And if you can go back to today, we were born this one time, man. You have been afflicted from this devil from your youth, man. You go outside and store these devils looking at you sideways, man. You know, you 3 years old, these devils calling you a nigga or some shit, man. You know? You got it.
It says, make Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they had not prevailed against me.
And that's the beautiful thing, man. Because even though you afflict us, you whip our backs and all that, you're still not going to prevail, man. Because it's going to be Yahweh Shema Shai that's going to jump in our behalf. You got it.
It says, the plowers plow upon my back.
Yes, and that's going back into slavery, man. They hit you, that continuous stroke, they beat you on your back, man. And how they beat on your back? They do the 30 bills, man. You know, you threw away lungs and this, that, and that. You were having diabetes, man. You had to go take a pill for your kidney. That pill for your kidney, now you got to take something for your liver. Now your intestines messed up. Now your stomach line is messed up. That's that continuous stroke. Those cords, them beating on your back, man. You know, all on top of that, you were eating McDonald's, man. You destroying yourself.
Damn.
It said, they made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous. He have cut asunder the cords of the wicked.
And that's the beautiful thing, because soon Yahweh Shema Shai, he will cut down this damn devil, man. He was going to bring this devil down to the base, man, and rightfully so, because this long, rigorous rulership, you know what, he's going to cut it suddenly, man. You know, this thing you have been brutal, even back to the Roman Empire, it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. You got it?
It said, let them be all confounded and turn back.
Yeah, you're going to be confounded and turn back, man. That's why you're going to pervert your ways, man. Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to bring you down. You thought you was going this way, but you're really going to go into the way of death, because that's the way that the Lord ordained you for, man. You got it?
It said, let them all be confounded and turn back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass.
Let them be as the grass, you got it?
Upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up.
That's bad. And Lord, he's going to wither you before you grow up, man. That's why I say, when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord's going to cast you down, man. And that's playing right before our eyes, man, because you're going to see the desperation of this new world order, man. You know, you're going to see the desperation of this devil very soon, man. You got to read that again.
It says, let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up.
It said which wither before it even grow up, man. So the Lord is making this devil wither right before our eyes, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man. It said many righteous men have desired to see this day, to see the fall of our enemies, man. You know?
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
It just says pride is hateful for the Most High and man. Now, who's the most pride individual upon the earth, man? Esau Edom. He's so prideful that he's going to try to fight against our Lord, man. He's going to try to fight against Yahweh Shai, man, who you people ignorantly call Jesus, man. Right. But that's how crazy that this devil is. When our Lord comes, this devil is going to try to fight against him. That's how proud he is, man. You're going to try to fight against a divine being, man. What you going to do?
It says, and by both doing one commit
It
iniquity.
says by both the one commit iniquity, man. So Esau, he's full of iniquity because why? He's full of pride. You got it?
Because of unrighteous dealing, injury, and riches that by the sea.
And that's how he came up. And he got up about that to deal his illness and rich got by the sea. See, we got something in your land that he wants, man. And say he's gonna give it up, he's gonna farm you, hell it back just to get it, man. How wicked can this guy be, man? You got it?
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's how that's the basically the solution, man. They take the kingdom from this devil hand and to put it into people that it was profitable for, man. Because this devil, he's now fit to unrule. And that's what the guy said in the gods of Egypt, man. You know, he tried to put the guy in his son, and he took out his eyes and said, man, you fit to unrule, and he killed him, man. Because why? He wasn't a true ruler, man. He had the people in derision, man. The people were suffering under his rule, man. And the guy who had the power, he really seen and said, hey, you can't do this, man. Let me do it, you know? You got something? You got something?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Yes, the pride of your heart to see. You tricked yourself, man. You really thought you was that bad. You thought those AKs and weapons that the Lord gave you, you thought it was that bad for you to fight against the Lord? Read that again, huh?
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Yeah, you guys dwell on high, man. You know, even though you're dwelling on high and you looking at everybody else, you don't think nobody can bring you down? You got it?
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Basically saying, who's going to take me out of rulership, man? Who's going to take this kingdom away from me? Guess who's going to do that? Yahweh Shemel Shah. You got it?
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Yeah, don't you exalt yourself as the eagle. Yes, the eagle is the most high-flying bird, but guess what? The eagle is the most dirty bird, man. An eagle is a bird without any morals, man. And when you go into the characteristics of the eagle, he's selfish. You know, he's covetous. He's bloodthirsty. He don't give an honest living. That's basically the mascot of Esau, man, and it rightfully fits him. Yeah.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Yeah, you set your nest among the stars. When you go into the word nest, it means place for storing weapons, man. And they do have weapons up there in the space station. You think those different satellites? Them more than satellites, man. Them guns and all that, man. You got it?
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah.
This is the Lord bringing you down, man. You was exalted, you was living all good, but guess what? The Lord, he's going to bring you down to the ground, man. He's going to abase you, man. Because he's the one that rose you up, but he's going to be the same power that brought you down like us. The Lord, he's the power that brought us down, but guess what? He's going to be the same power that bring us up, man. You know? Yeah.
God, this Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
It says, come down and sit in the dust of virgin of Babylon. And that's talking about America, man. It says, come up there, exalted state, their high throne, come down and sit in the dust, which basically represents confusion, man. Sitting at a low level, man. You got it?
Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne, man. Sit on the floor. You're not sitting on a chair, or you sit on the floor, man. Because your throne is all wiped out, man. You know? It ain't no more chairs for you, man. The only chairs for rulership is chairs for the elect. The chairs of the Israelites, man. You got it?
It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt be called no more tender and delicate.
Yeah, you're not called America the Beautiful no more, man. You call America the Hardy, man.
Right.
You know? Everybody realize that you're full of BS, man. You was a beautiful woman, but now you're a degraded woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Because why? The things that this place pushed forth out throughout the planet Earth, man. You know? Got it. There was it on there?
You know?
I got some. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Yeah, thy pump is brought down to the grave, man. The Lord, he's going to bring down your kingdom, and when you go into the grave, you being buried, man. Base is going to be dead. It's not going to be resurrected, man. You know? Read that again, huh?
Come, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
That's bad, man, because it's decomposition, man. The Lord, he's decomposing you, man. And that's through the Spirit, because that's a process, man.
That's the wilderness.
That's the wilderness, yeah.
That's what. Yep. The strength is being taken away. Oh, it tells you that Isaiah 24, the heart of people languish. That means to grow feeble. You know. So like it just said, what it said.
It says, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
See, so that lets you know that lets you know you in the later stage in the decomposition.
Yeah.
You got the worms all over you. Damn, it's been a minute since you did. That guy got there. You know?
Been dead for a minute.
Yeah, you been there for a minute. You got worms all over. But that's like I said, that's the state of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's playing out through America. You see the state of America. That's this system as a whole. Because this the head. So once you cut the head off, everybody goes.
And that's so cold. But it's true.
Yeah.
You know, and we just now seeing the process of this body dying. We're in the last little stages of it.
Yep.
And the Lord had opened us up right there in the end.
Motherfucker brain cells starting to die out. That's why his wheels were gone.
Ooh, that's so big.
You can't get brain cells back.
Yeah.
This nigga finished, man.
Good.
It's like you got
Back in Isaiah 14:12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Yeah, how are you falling from heaven? The exalted state, man.
That's right.
You know, and again, that Lucifer means light bearer. That's what you just said. He losing his wisdom, man. His brain says it's decomposed. He can't think quick no more, man. He's losing his wits, man. You know? Yeah.
Good. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
Yeah, you brought down to the ground. Yahweh Shemel Shah, he's going to abase you, man. Yeah.
Which did weaken the nations.
Which did, because you once was the guy that was on the block. You once was the guy that had the juice throughout the planet Earth, man. But like the scriptures say, you have become weak as like unto weak, man. Everybody, it's a level playing field for everybody, man. You know? What you got to do?
Good. It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
And that's how these devils do, man. These devils got these different space stations. And it's also talking about they're high magnets, man. These devils, they're a high magnet, man. These devils don't never think that they're going to go down, man. That's why they think they're the Most High. Read that again, you know?
Good. It says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, and that what this nigga, he think that somehow, some way, he gonna trump up dealing with the birthright. Was he gonna set his throne above and stuff? If this nigga, he really think he gonna somehow, Esau still gonna be on top at the end of the day. This, when you go into it, this is the thoughts of this nigga, man. And you seeing it play out now through his laws, his legislation, his media, the rhetoric he puts forth. This is the thoughts of Esau, man. And what it entails him being high minded, him not losing. He can't lose going to him. Because what?
Ain't nothing special about it, man. He still got to use the bathroom. He still have to eat every day, man. Ain't nothing special. He's just a damn human, man. A wicked human at that, man. You know? You got some more on it?
Yeah, God. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Yet shall you be brought down to hell. It's going to be a realization then. You're going to realize that you're nothing for the men. You know? Because if you go back to Nero and Tiberius and all of them niggas declared themselves gods, man. But guess what? You didn't declare yourself a god, you end up killing yourself, man. You end up dying. If you was a god, why you ain't living forever, man? You got it.
It says, to the sides of the pit. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
It says, they that see thee shall never look upon thee. So everybody see Esau in his true form, you know, you got it.
And consider thee saying, is this the man?
Is this the guy? How is this guy, man? That's why Ecclesiastes says that's an elf from the ruler. How the hell this nigga get up there, man? You know? You got it.
It says, so like it says, and they that shall narrowly, okay, good. It says, yeah, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdom?
Yeah, and that's the spirit, man. Because how did this guy be able to do that? And that's how you know it was the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah that made this devil do this, man. Because again, you go into dark ages, when this devil was just in obscurity, you know, this devil, he was walking, you know, caveman. He went from a caveman to king. You watch that,
For real,
yeah.
man. Dragging knuckles, man. Like ran, man.
Yeah.
Knuckle drag and eat.
Knuckle drag and Edomite, man.
Ain't what it is. Eat, like they run
that also shows the power of the Lord.
That's it. That's it.
He'll put whoever he want in power.
Yep. That's why he's ready to be filled, man. Because the Lord put this guy in him. And he did it for a reason. It was like the Lord, it was very like he had a mission, man. And Esau, he fulfilling that mission like a mug, man. You know. Good. Got some more on that?
No, that's it on
You got something?
Yeah, just going back to pretty much this nigga, man, pretty much he got hell coming to him. This is Job chapter 27, and I started at verse 19. It said, the rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered.
That's it. That rich man lashes, man. He shall lie, he shall die, and he shall not be gathered. You got it.
It says, he opened up his eyes and he is not.
He opened his eyes and he is not, man. So you're going to realize that you're not an Israelite, man. You're going to realize that you're not the chosen people. You're going to realize that you was meant to be a slave. You got something? You got
That's it. I just said that he came to the realization. Lazarus the rich man. He opened his eyes, he lifted up his eyes, and he was in torments. You know?
And then when reality going to hit him in his face, you're going to see some chains in the plowshare, man. You know? A shovel, you know? That's what you're going to realize. Oh.
Some flags, you know it's real now. You start seeing them flags. Because he ain't going to see no shovel, he's going to use them hands. You see them flags, you know it's going to get real.
That's bad, though, man. That's what you were meant to do, Esau. You know? You're going to have one arm. You go back to that now.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
Yeah. That's how Esau is. Esau, he's a robber. He's a thief, man. Scripture says, John 10:10, the thief coming not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy, man. And that's the agenda of this devil since day one, since he was Cain. Why did Cain kill Abel, man? Because he was a thief. It was all a part of his MO, man, to be a bloodshed and murderer. You got it?
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Would they not have stolen till they had enough, man? That's a covetous man. If this devil got something, if you got something that this devil wants, guess what he's going to do? He's going to come to you. He's going to act like he's your friend. Ultimately, he's going to stab you in your back, man. Then he's going to take your shit. You got it?
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
And that's how this devil do. He's not going to leave you. He'll steal your house and leave you, and he'll steal your toilet tissue, man. You know what I'm saying? He'll rip your house, he'll steal your refrigerator and everything. And he won't even leave you nothing. He won't even leave you a bed shed to sleep on your floor, man. You got it?
How are the things of Esau searched out?
How are the things that Esau searched out? Through the prophets, man. Because we're searching out and scrutinizing this devil, just like I brought out earlier, man. Their inquisition shall be made on the wicked, man. You know? You got it?
How are his hidden things sought up?
And his hidden things are sought up through the prophets, man. We are exposing this devil on all levels, man. It says, then shall it be hewed down by the prophets, and then shall the wicked be revealed, who the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's how Esau plans is getting forward through the prophets out here declaring his downfall, man. And declaring his plans also, man. You know, like Elisha said, we know the things that's going on into the king's bedchamber, man. The intimate thoughts of Esau is being planned out, man. And how do we know the intimate thoughts of Esau through the scriptures, man? You got it, huh?
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Yes, it's the men that was at peace with thee shall deceive thee. That's going to be happening on very soon, man. Because again, these different nations are going to get ready to hate the whore, man. They already hate the whore now on a low level, but it's going to come out with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got it. And we seen that a couple years ago in France, man. This guy, Trump, he buzzed up into the front. Everybody like, who this nigga is, man? And in the next year, they said this nigga Trump was the guy. He was the next year, Trump was the guy that was eating by himself, man. They were roasting this nigga, man. That's how you know he done, man. You got it.
And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
There says no understanding in Esau, man, because wow, Yahweh Shai has broken his devil down. That's part of that withering, man. Though he have punched you, he have jabbed you, but now you feeling the effects, man. You know, now you crumble. Yeah.
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
And he did that right now, man. This damn devils he's playing is falling, man. This Crown 19 thing. A lot of people is dying from it, and the information is just going out there, man. But guess what, man? This devil still is trying to go on it. But again, read that again. It says he's going to spoil the plans of Esau, man. By what? Taking out his wise men. You got it?
Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Yep.
And understanding out of the mount of Esau?
And that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's taking out your understanding, man. He's taking out the things that you thought you was having, man. You thought you had it right with this crown, and it would have worked back in 2005, but it won't work now, man. You know? Because that's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua putting you guys in streets, man.
Oh, can I say something too real quick? Because without read back to Psalm 7, how the spirit of the Lord filleth the world. Now the unrighteous speaker, he can't be here now. It's like now it's light all over the room.
Yeah.
Now you see that stain on this nigga.
Yeah.
Whoever stole the blood on his hand, it was that nigga.
Yeah.
It's Esau now. You know, so like I said, his plans are being frustrated. To the drawing board and say, how can we present this to? Because they got to go to the chip.
Yeah.
That's the end all be all with it. They try to go through any other avenue, but it equals all the way back to the chip.
That's like that's their money play.
Yeah,
that's something they have to do, man.
They got to do it.
They got to do it.
Because the scripture said they're going to do it. It tells you that this word, it tells you about the intents of the heart. And like you said, the intents of the heart is Esau is written within the scriptures. You can go to Wisdom Psalm, the 2nd chapter. Wisdom Psalm 2. What is it? Psalm 64. All those Illuminati scriptures, man.
Psalms 83.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
They taking crafty counsel.
Yeah.
Remember that again, that's the spirit of power you have about Shem Yahushua. Showing you, like the Lord showing you, this your enemies, and this what they want to do to you, man. Because that's really just summed up. Like the Lord, he ain't gotta go see every immense detail and stuff like that. The Lord just summed it up, man. This nigga hates you and he wanna kill you, man. And he's not gonna be satisfied until he shed blood. You know? Got some more?
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is called, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name.
And that's bad because it's gonna be a righteous reward. You know? You got it?
Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroys the earth.
And that's going to be the reward of the wicked, man, destruction, man. And that's what rightfully he deserved, man, because he pushed out destruction. Guess what? He's going to get back destruction, man. You know? If I invest in silver, I'm investing for a silver investment to come back, man. I'm not investing for gold. If I invest for gold, I invest gold to come back. And if silver come back into me, I'm going to be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, he invests in destruction. So guess what? His destruction is going to get him. You know? That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out.
Yes, the light of the wicked shall be put out his wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, back in the 1950s and even like Hurricane Katrina, guess what? You can get somebody with that trick, man. But right now, in this new modern day age, with this alternative media and the internet out there, you can't get away with things, man. You can't get away with the treacherous acts you do across the whole world. Because you're going to get called out of plenty, man. Because again, these Edomites are on trial. I know y'all was talking, he did that video yesterday about those Edomites talking about that white privilege. You know what I'm saying? These devils are on trial, man, and they feel it, man. You know? Yeah.
And the spark of his fire shall not shine.
Yes, America is not on fire no more, man. It's really truly the valley of the shadow of death, man. It's a dark place, man. It's literally is not, because even these teen nights can't think of nothing new, man. That's why they have a Toy Story 5. You know? But I don't.
I won't be surprised.
Hey, for real.
I know they got like 12 Fast and Furious though.
They
They got like 12 Fast and Furious.
Which branches off with that?
Yeah. They got Hobbs and Shaw.
They got like 15 moves on it.
Yeah, even Godzilla, man. How many Godzilla movies you gonna make, man? Same shit. Somebody it's gonna be a big monster. You know, it's the same story all over again. That's the part that wisdom running out of 10, man. Even the entertainment, man. You know? You gotta know. That's why a lot of things be remixes and shit like that, man.
I get this right quick.
You got it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in teeming?
Is Wilson no more in teaming? You got it.
Is counsel perished from the prudent?
And the answer late is yes, because it's question mark, right?
Uh,
Yeah, is counsel power from the prudent? The answer is yes. How we know that? Because you have 4 remixes to one song, and then you have 4 remixes to one movie, man. You coming up with the same shit, man. You know? You got it.
It says, is their wisdom vanished?
Yeah, their wisdom is vanishing, man. Because you just coming up with shit you did back in the old time. You got it?
I'm going to jump down to verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
And that's bad because the part of the Lord making you better is him taking away your wisdom, man. Because wisdom is a covenant. Wisdom is a protection. It tell you that wisdom shall preserve thee. You know, and knowledge shall keep thee. So if you don't have wisdom and knowledge, then what you got? You ain't got nothing, man.
Wisdom is a defense.
That's it.
That's actually the greatest defense.
That's it.
That's why I said the excellency of wisdom. So wisdom is that's the greatest form of defense.
It says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yes, he's not going to be able to hide himself, man. Why he's not be able to hide himself? Because the prophets are out here telling him, man. Who identifying the devil? Like I said, the lights is cut on, and his blood's on his devil's hand. His blood's on his garment. He have gold, a trail of gold is falling out his pocket.
Yeah.
But he's saying he didn't do it, man. You know? You got something?
It's a little bit more. It says, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Because again, man, you might as well live it up now, man. Because tell you, when we get to you, you know what I'm saying? When we get to you, man, you might as well live in this kingdom up right now, man. You might as well take the spoils, go skydiving on, max out your credit card and everything, man. Because guess what? Very soon, you're not going to be able to kick back in the villa no more, man. You know?
I can say something too like that. He is not, because this nigga, they said it was centuries in the making. This nigga trying to accomplish this agenda. He went through all these presidents and governors. He passed all these different laws and legislations, but it's gonna come to no avail, man. That's why I said his children are spoiled. This is the time where all this planning and shit, he ended up getting fucked up.
That's made.
That's it.
You got some more?
I got a precept real quick, matter of fact. Sirach 19 and 19 22. So like it's Sirach 19 and 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
That's bad. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom because this devil, he have knowledge on the left hand side, man. You know these different witches and warlocks. He says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, man. This is not the true wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shemel, man. That's why you go back to Moses and Aaron. They had that one serpent that ate up those 2 Egyptian serpents, man. Why? Because those 2 Egyptian serpents was on that left-handed energy, man. And that's the energy that America runs on, that left-handed side, man. You got it?
Yeah, it said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
That's the you got it.
Oh no, you got
It
it.
says in the counsel of sinners prudence, man. So it's not no prudence in the counsel of Esau, man. You're dumb. You actually are a fool. It's a fool for you to try to fight against Yahweh Shemel Shah. Even fight against us, man. Because like it says, if you fight against us, you fight against Yahweh Shemel Shah. We say, you fight against them, you actually fight against the Lord, man. That's what these devils doing in a roundabout way, man. You know?
It said at any time prudent, because you know you just saying the devil was able to run serpents. Now he did it. Through his own counsel, he did it. He ended up lying to himself. Because now you got these Edomites, they actually believe they're like these Amalekites. You got some that actually believe they Israelites.
Yeah.
You got these devils, they actually believe their own lie now. So these niggas did it off their own counsel, man. He was running circles and he did it now.
He tricked himself.
Yeah, that's
Go
it.
start.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
This is, I got a precept.
You got it.
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Now, who hand are we in today, man? If you have what y'all come today right now, who hand will we be in? Check your social security number, man. You know, that's who hand you in, man. Because again, these different bankers, they own you through the way of these social security numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, these devils, they stole us. How did they steal us? By taking us from the western side of Africa and various parts of the planet Earth and bringing us over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That was basically the paddy wagon to this jail cell that we in, man. But at the same time, Lord, he's going to find us over this place. And when it says, whoever find him, whoever steals the man and find his hands, the Lord shall kill him, man.
Right.
So basically, the Lord, he's getting ready to cut off and kill this thief, which comes in the form of Esau Edom, man. You know? I got something.
Yeah, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah, just going to say, he that leave in captivity, who led us in captivity? When you go into these different, you can just Google it. Who you see that's telling the person with the yokes of iron on their neck where to go?
Yeah.
Who the one that's got their hand cocked back with the whip?
Right.
So called white man, you Edomites, man. You know, and you other nations had a part in our downfall as well, even though to this day, by selling us cigarettes or sesame cat, man. So all you devils gonna get it, man. All you other nations, but this Esau Edom is the one that helped forward the affliction. He's the nigga that this is the worst captivity ever, man. You know, this is the worst captivity ever, man. You know. So he that lead into captivity said go into captivity. So you the first one that's gonna go to captivity. You got it, out.
It says, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And then let you know, Esau, that blessing was really a snare, man. That was actually, Isaac put a curse on that nigga when he told him he gonna live by the sword. That was really a curse, man. Because matter of fact, you get something real quick. Get St. Matthew 26 and like 51. It's like that. Because this how this man was able to rise in the power, but that's gonna be the very same thing that overthrown him. It tells you they continue to gather together for war. They even having councils on waging war.
Yep.
But that was gonna be the very same thing that's gonna take them out. You know, you got that Matthew 26. Yeah.
This
got
like,
it.
yeah. This Matthew 26 and 51. And behold, one of them.
Just get to point 52 slide.
Matthew 26 and 52. Then said Yahushua unto him.
So this Yahushua. So hey man, Yahushua know what he's doing, man. I tell you, it scriptures outline what the scriptures. Yahushua knowing all things. That wasn't just in that time, man. Because when matter of fact, just continue on, man.
It says, then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place.
Yep.
For all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
See, so if you take the sword, meaning what? Because when you go into it, his first reaction was to go with the sword. When he seen the military come, he seen the band of soldiers, the first thing he did was grab the sword. But that's Esau on all levels. If you just tell him, no, I don't want to have homosexuals in my country, he's getting the sword. Just if you saying no, he grabbing the sword. But just going back, you taking the sword, you're going to perish with the sword. If that's your, you got something? You got it. Oh,
I got to go through.
all right, we're going to get right in. You got it.
This Matthew, it's like this Psalm 7,
Yep.
verse 13.
Yep.
It says, matter of fact, it's like 16, verse 15. It's like Psalm 7:15. He hath made a pit and digged it, and is falling into the ditch which he made.
And yeah, so the same thing this devil is trying to do, which it tells you that a person shall rise and not rise a second time. That's what he's trying to do. Just like you got something in your hand and you stop and you try to re-grip it.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do. That's why it's called a great reset.
Yeah.
Which he's trying to have a full control of the people by giving you the chip. But not knowing that he's going to be the first fruits of slave. This nigga, he's going to fall into that pit that he does. You know, which is the pit of captivity. Yeah.
It says, his mischief shall return upon his own head,
So his mischief is going to return upon his own head. You got it.
and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
And how does violence play out? You need an instrument for violence, which is the sword. With violence, you need a tool for violence. I mean, you can get violent with your hands, but how Esau, the tool for violence is the sword. But that blessing that he asked for was really a curse. I have to put a curse on that nigga. That's why, matter of fact, you okay, Kyle.
This is Genesis chapter 9 and verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
See, so blood for blood, man. You know, this man Cain murdered Abel, man. You know, Esau tried to murder Jacob, man. And as you see now, you see this devil on this murderous rampage now. He ain't killing us, he's murdering us, man. You know, but it said it's blood for blood, man. You gotta go out.
For in the image of the powers made he made.
Yup, see? So that lets you know it was a certain system that you had to go by. You know? And this nigga, he didn't go by that system. But you can go back to that Revelation.
Come. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So that's reserved for you Edomites, man, and as well as you other nations. You going to slavery, man. I mean, that's how it always been. With every kingdom, you had subjects. It don't change. Just because it say slave, just say an employee. That means slave. You know. But you other nations going back to slavery, especially Edomites. You got it.
And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So that's mandatory. But that was Esau's blessing though. So it's mandatory he gotta go too though, man. So that blessing that this man had was really a curse. Because that was gonna have him being taken out of earth. Oh, we going to you read about the kingdom. Scripture tell you, man, we're gonna be burning swords and getting rid of the weapons. That's also talking about Esau's. He a weapon. He is the sword. I'll tell you, disappoint him, which is thy sword. They said from men, which is thy hand. That was talking about the Edomites, man. So they're gonna get exterminated as well with the weapons, man. You know.
It says, here is the patience and faith of the saints.
So that's what the saints is looking forward to, man. Rounding you niggas up and getting pretty much payback, man. Oh, it tells you that in Psalm 149. This is the honor of his saints, man. To able to get the same niggas that who carries of the birthright. And knowing that you take the name out of it, we don't know. We ain't got an ID to inherit the kingdom. It's gonna automatically go to him.
Yep.
He understands that. And he literally trying to do it. That's why you got Funyuns, you got a grape core in your hood, man. This nigga trying to cut you out literally. You gotta go out.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
See? Because them the niggas that called it up, man. Which they all are our arch enemy anyway. You know, the natural born enemies, of course. So he gonna be the one that came. Like I said, it wasn't Moab that said we need to cut these dudes off, man. Moab wasn't really benefit from that. What would Moab get from us being destroyed? Just what he got now. I mean, that's as far as he can go. But if we were cut off, Esau would benefit the most out of it. So it was this nigga, man. You know. I think that was pretty much the point. You got something?
Yeah, come. This Wisdom of Solomon 2 in verse 10. Let us approach the point.
It started at 5.
Come, this Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 5. For our time is a very shadow.
See, time is a very shadow. So we're in a time of desperation to Esau. Because this nigga, he got to get desperate. Because when you go into this council, they already understand that their time is up. That they got to look over their shoulder now. Because this message is now coming forth. This is a troublesome message which entails this man's violent overthrow. You know? So it said their time is a very shadow. But how do they know that? The prophet's telling them that. And you see things happening on the earth. Oh, you see things happening in the heavens as well. What? Even if the things that happen in the heavens, Esau don't tell us everything. They might tell us, yeah, there's some planets lining up. But they ain't gonna tell them they just had a party war with the chariots, man.
If I tell you, there's certain satellites around the world that have been destroyed or decommissioned in the last 2 years.
Come on, man.
That's part of, the Lord revealing himself in the heavens and Esau not wanting that information to get out.
Uh-huh. That's it. So you know this nigga, this nigga got spaceships and submarines. You don't think this nigga see shit, man? But that's how this rebellious nigga, that's why he gonna keep the worst ass whipping of all, man.
Yep.
You know? What you got, Rock?
It says, for our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no return.
So they understand that the triumph of the wicked is shut. They ain't gonna triumph. They ain't gonna have that Mad Max spirit on them, man. But somehow, some way, the phoenix rise from the ashes. That's not about to happen. You got it.
It says, after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed,
Meaning what? It's in the scriptures. You got it.
so that no man cometh again.
So let no man come again, meaning what? They're not gonna come to power, because it tells you that in the book of Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the kingdom that's about to come on the scene, what you seeing it now. You know, you seeing a super team being formed in the midst of your eye right now. You know how we ain't make the playoffs last year, but somehow we got it with 70 wins. And we are in. That's what you seeing now. You seeing the next rulers of the planet Earth, man. You know, but it says that we can't. The kingdom's gonna come on the scene, and it's not gonna be left to nobody else. It's gonna break and subdue the other nations, and we're not gonna look over our shoulders. This man know that. So now what's the only thing? He gotta somehow, some way, get around that. Continue on, huh?
Come. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things.
Yeah, so they enjoying the good thing. Meaning what? You got these, they living it up. But we're in a time now that they ain't got time to do that. They up all night. They trying to get this agenda off the ground. It's not time. It's just like you got a big game. You know, you can't have sex. Oh, even war, dealing with war. You know, you're supposed to be with your woman 3 days before, you know, those pleasures are being taken away. Oh, even in that, you start drinking, you drink when you go to war. Drinking that. So you know that's what this devil doing, man. You know, you got it.
Come. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in the youth.
And that's what they doing. They speedily using us, man. They're using and abusing us, man. Like as in use, like as days of old. Because every time the Edomites was in power, they had any type of opportunity for them to get at us, they was with it, man. When we got out of Egypt, Babylon, anywhere this nigga was dealt, man. I'll tell you, adversity coming hungry, you gonna find him down first. Even because he was trying to present himself as trying to be a help. He was the one that caused the evils upon you. So you could look for a certain reaction that he wanted. Now he looking at you drinking the potion. That's why he came up with the crown. So he can look at you take that jab. You injecting blue horseshoe crowd blood in you. Get into a reaction, man. That's a crazy nigga, man.
Just to see your reaction.
Just see your reaction, man.
Oh, that information coming out now that the Americans could have took the jab, and that's what happened.
See? So, hey, man, you don't know Esau, even so-called white man is your enemy, man. You gonna have to find out the hard way. Tell you, you're not gonna pit a charmer that's been with a serpent, man. So you see a nigga that's playing with a snake, you gonna encourage the snake to bite that nigga down. Yeah. So that was gonna happen to you niggas that trust in this devil, man. Just like oh good. What's her name? What's that cake called again? Star Crunch. She was the same color too, man. You got to have Star Crunch. Yeah, God, you got it.
Sirach 13:1.
That's it.
He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith.
So you touch tar, you gonna be defiled, man. You know? So same thing, you touch a so-called white man, you're gonna be defiled. You're gonna have that tar on you. You know? You got it.
It says, and he that have fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
See, so you fellowship with this devil, you trust in him, you made a covenant with him, you're gonna end up being like this nigga, or it tells you you trimming your way to seek love, but ultimately you're gonna end up suffering the same judgment. You're gonna be like unto him on all levels. Even when it comes down to that destruction, you're gonna be partakers of that as well. You know? But you can go back to
I
that.
got
Oh, you got something?
This is Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots?
Woo! And ain't those question marks?
Huh.
So meaning no, man. And a nigga might say, well, you can bleach your skin. Nah, man. Nigga still got melanin on it. He still got the melanin on it. He ain't changed his skin. But even the leopard, he ain't changed his spot. It can appear that it's changed. No, but it's still, even you shave a leopard, I guess what those spots gonna come back in the same pattern. You got it.
It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
See, so meaning what? He can't do good.
Can't do
If an
good.
Ethiopian can change his skin, you don't think the wicked can't? Oh, it tells you, what the Lord made crooked can't be made straight. See? So he can't. Esau can't tell you yes or no. You ask that nigga a yes or no question, he'll tell you, well, back in 1942, my father, and he'll give you a story and give you and say no in that way by saying no.
Beating around the bush.
Yeah, beating around the bush, man.
That's right here, like he typing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see? That's right. You ask that nigga a yes or no question, he said, well look, man, see,
Yeah.
back in World War II, my father was
Yeah.
a captain of the Great
right,
Central. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I just ask you yes or no.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta say that and then yes or no.
Yeah.
That's two answers. Like you know how I'm gonna give you a multiple choice.
Yeah.
They're the only two answers I want you to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all you need to say.
Yep. But you
I
just
got
keep
some.
on. Yeah, you got it.
This is Jeremiah.
Yep.
What was that?
Talking about 13. Oh, you had something else.
Yeah, I had something else.
Okay.
It's like Jeremiah 30
Yep.
and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
You said all that devoured thee shall be devoured. And who devoured us, man? Who capitalized off our downfall? Oh, somebody get Joel 3. It tells you that he had drunk upon my vessels. I think that's it. So he devoured. That means because if you eat, let's just say you eat an apple or something. You devour it, you get the nutrients from it. You benefit from devouring that apple. So this devil, he benefited from devouring us. Don't you believe that the so-called white man in America benefited off slavery? You believe that? So the same ones that devoured us and capitalized off, you know, and what you see now, you got people, you got villas and these mansions. Go to Mount Brook and all that area back there. That's old money from slavery. So the same one that devour us, they gonna be devoured. You got it?
Because it says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured,
Yep.
and all thine adversaries.
All the opposites.
Yep.
You ain't say green versus yellow, blue versus pink or some crazy shit. You said white versus black. Those are two opposites. That's just like up versus down, left versus right.
Right.
So this is that's our adversary. When they talking about adversary, that's talking about the Edomites. They ain't talking about no other nation. They're talking about the Edomites, man. Because he's the contrary to matter of fact, somebody get on Sirach 33 real quick. Because and somebody also get Wisdom of Solomon 15 in verse 7. Get that on.
I'm going to read this again from the top.
Yeah, Carl.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee
Yep.
shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them,
All the Edomites.
shall go into captivity.
So all on going to slavery. You know? All of them, man. It's not like it was a cool Edomite. No, man. It said no, not one that is good. But you get that out.
All right, come on. Joel 3.
No, get the other one that I added to yeah. Okay, come on.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 7. For the potter, tempering soft earth,
So it's your how about Shemal Shah that's fashioning and forming the earth. You know, you got it.
fashioneth every vessel with much labor for our service.
See, so guess what? These vessels, which are the people on the planet Earth, is for a certain service. You got actually the Lord, it tell you he made the wicked. So the wicked have a service. We go into it in Revelation 6 chapter. It said the Lord gave him a sword to take peace from the earth. So the Lord making a point by giving this devil the power of reign. You know? But it's the Lord that's fashioning the earth of people for certain service. Even with these different kingdoms and rulerships, they had a certain mission to play out during their time of the rule. It ain't like the Persians just ruled and they were just ruling. Certain shit played out during that rulership. Even all the way to the same time here in America. Certain things play out in this rulership. Ultimately, what's going to cap it off is this devil implement that chip. That got to actually happen before he get overthrown. So that's part of his service. You got it, Doc.
Yea, of the same clay, he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean use.
Woo! Got it.
And likewise also, all such as serve to the contrary.
That's the adversary right there. But it said of the same law, which is Isaac. The Lord made two vessels for clean uses, which is Jacob. And to the contrary, the toilet seat, Esau. You know? But it like I said, it was the clean service, but the one to the contrary, the adversary to the clean. You know, but get that real quick.
Gun, it's Sirach 33, in verse 14. It says, good is set against evil, and life against death.
So good is set against evil and life against death. That's saying Jacob versus Esau. That's what it's saying. You got it?
So it's the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
See, so that's the clean versus the contrary. You got it?
So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
See? That's it, man. And you see that now playing out by the way of Jacob and Esau, this war right here. Which those are the two main players in the movie. Because those are the two that's going to actually rule the whole planet Earth, not just the territory of the Earth. Amalek was the first one, but now Jacob is going to be the one to show you how to do it. You got something about
I'm going to finish this out. In Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16, it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
See, so guess what? Everything is about to come back upon his own head at the end. Upon his head. It ain't like, see, the Joe Sispec, they gonna die with the missiles come, man. See, you niggas that's actually calling the shots, that's landing on top of these buildings that you don't even wipe your ass. You the one that's gonna be giving up for a prey.
Because like you want the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's it.
Like when you go like back in the ancient world, they ain't just get the regular people. They got their own rulers.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how rulers do. And you to show your nobility, you have to have some noble slaves.
Yeah.
We won't have the cream of the crop of Edomites working for us, man. These Joe Sispec, blue child, man. You want these the Morgans, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, man. The guy, like I said, the guys who call the shots, man.
Yep.
You know.
I mean, who else would you want? It was like, even though you might have a Joseph Dispatch to tell you to do that, but even in that, it had to come from somewhere. You know? Even if Joseph Dispatch gonna be mad at Amalek. Amalek, man, they got a heavy judgment coming upon them. Even because, you know, like how Judah, they caught a lot of heads because they were the head tribe. Amalek, and they ain't just dealing with Israel. You Amalekites go, man, you wake up, it's goddamn Temanite, put another motherfucker.
You got 4 Amalekites left, man. Like outside there. Got some play though.
Scott,
This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
And yeah, the Lord is not mocked, man. So you see these statues, you would see these statues and these different memorials this devil has set forth. It's pretty much him commemorating him beating our ass. You know, when you look at these period pieces, these slave moves, it's showing that this nigga beat our ass. Yeah, I mean. So, but it said, whatsoever a man sowed, that's how he also reap. Meaning what? It was a point in time you planted those seeds. Now we're in a time where everything has ripened. Now you see Edomites, they benefit out of slavery, but also they're going to actually come back and get their judgment, man. You know? So it was a process. They let you know it was sowing and reaping. That's not an overnight thing. You know? So now we're in a build up to this man and his destruction now. You know? You got it, right?
It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
And that's why, going back to when his first instinct was to get the sword, well, that's what's going to come to Esau. The sword, corruption. You know? And we seeing that now. Corruption deals pretty much goes to like decay, or what do you call it, canker, withering away. So we actually seeing that process now, but it's ultimately going to manifest, you know, which is manifesting through these streets and shit, you know, these roadways, these buildings, but it's also going to manifest when this man ultimately gets destroyed. He's going to be fully corrupted. That's why there's going to be a line of confusion. You ain't even know what damn, because even the water and shit going to be burnt up around America. Parts of the Pacific Ocean and shit, the Gulf of Mexico, all this shit going to be burnt up, man. You know, but corruption is coming to this place. We're in that process now. You know what you got.
It says, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Woo! And that's why I said, no wise, this word is going to pass away. And this word is abiding in us. So that means, Lord will, we're to the end.
Right.
We're going to still be here when the smoke till the dust settles. Because the word is in us. The Spirit, man. You know? You got something? Yeah.
Joel 3, in verse 3, it says, and they cast lots my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
Read that again, so like
That's
that.
Joel 3 and 3.
Yeah.
And they had cast lots my people, and
And guess what? Through the Spirit, we do that now too, though. We talk about certain Edomites we want. We like, hey, now I'll give you 100 cookies, man. You give me Bill Gates for 2 days. We casting lots too now. So this curse is coming back on this devil. And hey, he don't even know how bad these curses is, boy. Hey, because, hey, I don't know what it was, you know, when, during the winter, when they was casting people out their home, you had Edomites. They had to, you know how Jacob put that heater under the covers? Esau had to learn that. Or boiling water in the morning. See, these girls about to learn how it is to be a Jake in America pretty soon.
they say, take used to that shit,
Yeah,
man.
you used to boiling water and water, and, you know what I mean? Washing in the sink and shit. These devils don't have to, they, you know what I mean? They were so used to just hitting the button and this happened. Or doing that. They gonna have to, you know what I mean? They gonna learn about red hot cigarettes. Who's the new thing? I'm gonna eat sauce, meat, and everything.
Bean and weenie.
You about to be reduced, man. But that's what they have done to us, though. They cast lots of our people. You know, you got it.
Come, it says, and have given a boy for a harlot.
See, and that lets you know, man, this is the same niggas, man, today. And when you just said it, I just thought about Joe Biden, man. I can just see this nigga paying top dollar for a little boy, man. Creepy Joe. But that's what they did. That's why, and who else that line up with? That's why you got this thing called, which they wasn't little boy. Oh, what it was it Goodbye Uncle Tom?
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah.
Come on,
They
man.
came out with it too.
Goodbye Uncle Tom. Oh, even in that, when they got older, buck breaking. That's associated with the so-called white man.
Nelson.
Never. Woo, the National Associated,
National Little Boy Association.
love, man, love, boy, associated. This shit crazy, man. But that all traced back to the Edomites. You got it.
It says, have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine.
So you thought that was a misprint. No. They wanted the boy, and they had the woman cooking. And see, they wanted the boy in the bed, but the woman in the kitchen, man. You know, you got it.
It says that they might drink.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? If ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will recompense you upon your own head.
See, it's speedily, this is going to happen. He said, upon your head. So you Amalekites, that's just because Joseph he's oblivious to what's going on. The judges hit these Amalekites, these elites, because they know what's going on. They looking at the videos, they seeing things happen. They actually rolling the dice with it. They got it. They hoping when they crash the plane, shit go right. They hoping that the people say, you know what, we need to take the test. They hoping that you comply. You know, these devils have been reduced to a whole level. Their pride is being taken away because they can't not anymore. They real simple now being shown. time where ain't gonna be no more questions asked. All hell gonna break these pretty soon, man. You know? You got
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7.
Yep.
And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Hey, all these curses, hey, they ain't just talking about what was in Deuteronomy 28 chapter, man. Whatever the Lord said, I'm gonna get your ass, that's gonna come upon you now. Whenever the Lord said, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna get you Israelites. I'm gonna kill you niggas. Now it's gonna go back to the devil.
You see it today, man. Like I say, it's coming on this side, like Egyptian against the Egyptian. That's the evil against the brother.
That's it. Woo! That's it. Yup, that's heavy right there. Man, that's you got it.
God, and on them that hate thee was persecuted.
And that hate these, and why I say that let you know it was really spotlighting the Edomites. Because these devils do hate us. I mean, all the other nations hate us. But who hate us the most? Esau, so white man, you got that.
What y'all talking about?
We talking about the destruction of America. You believe that? You will soon. You will
Really
soon.
guys in the country, bro. Take away chicks.
I mean, you know what? I mean, all that's just sports screen, man. See, the thing is, America about to destroy. The money about to crash. It's about to be a great famine upon the land. The military, you about to see tanks in the streets. Martial law about to take place. You know, things about to happen. It's not like shit finna just go back to normal. Or even a new normal. Shit finna get worse. Shit finna get bad. Matter of fact, get something real quick. Get Ezekiel 7 and start at 5. Because you see these things going on, every time you hear someone on the news, it get worse.
Y'all like Power Rangers.
That's good. That's good. It tells you going to be a spectacle to the world. But it says, you got the Ezekiel 7. Okay, you got it.
God, this is Ezekiel 7:5.
Like y'all about Power Rangers.
Thus saith the Lord power and evil and only evil, behold is come.
So our message is evil and only evil is coming. We ain't telling you, I'm be real with you. Ain't no good news on here. You want to know something? We gonna all that we tell you the ministry of news. A lot of people on that. Only way you're gonna be preserved from this, you gotta trust in how God shall shout. But that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter if you believe it or not. These things are gonna happen. You know, hey, that's why going back to Noah, the scripture outlined that the water exceeded the mountains. Because you weren't gonna get around that job. I don't give a fuck you can hide out. The Lord gonna get you, man. You got it, huh?
Romans 3:3.
That's it.
But what a son and not believe.
So, yeah, what if you don't want to believe? What if you don't want to hear this message? What if you don't want all hell break loose? Let's just say, okay, let's just say you don't believe. Okay, let's just say you do believe, but you don't want it to happen. You know what I mean? He probably like, he be like, yeah, I do believe it, but I don't want it to happen. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see the results.
God, it said, what a son and not believe. Shall that unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
See, so do you think the Lord is going to say, you know what, I'm just, since Jonathan don't want to believe, all night, Jonathan don't want to believe me, man. I love Jonathan, man. Let's just get them out of here. No, man. Things got to play out. Like when the Lord say he put his word above his name, man. You know, so when the scripture said only evil is coming, that's what's coming, man. You got it?
It says the Most High forbid.
Meaning hell no, man. You got it?
Yeah, let the Most High be true.
So meaning what? What the scripture say, fuck what I say, that's what the scripture say. You know what I mean? You got it.
It says, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Every man lies to be with. Fuck what you got in your point of thoughts. It's gonna come to naught. It's in vain. The counsel of the Lord, that's gonna stand. So you don't want all evil to come. You really, it should be something wrong with you if you don't want the destruction to come. Because we actually need the destruction so the place that was sown was good to come. We need all hell to break loose. So if you want to stop so-called Jakes from getting shot in the streets, you gotta have that destruction to come. For fires to stop being put in your hood, or drugs, or women twerking, anything that's keeping our people down, you need destruction, man. Because that's like that's like a clean swipe. Clean, you know what I mean? Instead of you getting in the shower and putting the same drawers on, But you gotta have that violent process of washing first. With this cleansing process gonna come by the fire. You know, but we'll come like this, I see.
This is Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11.
Yup.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
So you refuse to hearken and pull away the shoulder, meaning because when you say pull away the shoulder, that's a sense, bringing a sense of comfort. Which that's what this word do. It brings forth comfort. But you like, no. So that's going to compel the Lord to kill you now. But it said you refuse to hearken, meaning what? You acknowledging it, but you saying no. Which that's the spirit of the Edomite. You got it.
And stop their ears that they should not hear.
And yeah, and you stopping your ears is you even walking off. That's you stopping your ears. Because you don't want to hear it no more. But is that going to stop Yahweh Shema Shah from killing you? No, that's actually going to justify it now. Matter of fact, continue on that.
Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
So you niggas are hard-headed and wickedness, man. You got it?
Lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the form of prophets.
See, so it was the Lord that pretty much blocked your mind for you getting this, man. You got it?
Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
See, so it was written that the Lord was going to bring the wrath, but it had to be justified by the way this message coming forth and you not hearkening to it, man. Continue on.
Therefore,
So this is the results of you not listening to the message, or you not believing the scoffing, or really just you not cleaving to it. Let's see the results of not, believing this message. Yeah.
it says, it is come to pass that as he cried,
Oh, so you're gonna be in a position, you're gonna be crying out to Yahweh Hashem Shai. You're gonna be in a position where you crying out now. That's why I say in a process of time, this message is gonna show up. It's gonna knock on your door. This message is gonna be up close and personal. Which we hear now. That's why I said, behold, the evil is here. You don't see it. But like I said, it's gonna get to a point. We ain't gonna ask no questions. There ain't gonna be no questions asked that day. You're gonna be looking for something to eat. That's gonna be your only focus. That's gonna be a help, but you're gonna be in a position, you're gonna be crying out though. You're gonna be crying for relief, for deliverance. So it's gonna be a time of danger. You got it?
it says, therefore it is come to pass that as he cried, they would not hear.
Woo!
So they cried, and I would not hear, said the Lord of hosts.
See, so as you see now, crying out, it takes calling to Marcus calling to the fellows. But it's gonna get a time where you're gonna be crying out. It tells we're gonna be dumb. We're gonna give you Jeremiah the 15th chapter. Choose one. You know how the little what's that little thing called? What's it called? You know how I say pick a color.
Yeah.
Not pick a number. Either we gonna tell you we ain't gonna tell you now, or we're gonna give Jeremiah the 15th chapter for you, right? And tell you to pick a number. But that's the results of you not hearkening to this message. That's what's coming upon this planet Earth is all hell. So yeah, man, we just hold it edifying and give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakapadash.
Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Like to say shalom to the elect that teach the word in our true sincerity. Shalom to the listeners as well. DTA, Abba, soon.